everyone. This week, glimmers of hope or green flags as we know them are coming. So stay tuned, tap into that energy, release, keep letting go and cleaning out, and see what's in store for you in this week's weekly energy forecast. Hey everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to this week's weekly energy forecast for November 6th through the 12th. My wiener dogs say welcome too. It's so good to see you and have you back. I simply want to start by saying thank you. Thank you so much for all of your support, messages, booking readings with me. I'm truly grateful and I really appreciate you being here. It's been wonderful to be back over the last several weeks. We're going to continue on straight into Astro Bites. I want to include a little bit of the astrological weather because things are shifting, but not go too much into it. As you know, we're in Scorpio season until the next several weeks, and there is a lot of depth being unburied. It's almost as if you're in an archaeological, an archaeological placement or environment, and you're digging and you're finding new things, finding fossils, things that you may have buried deep for a long time, and they're coming up, and even epiphanies that you didn't see. So this is a season of unearthing, illuminating, and diving deep into things that we may not have wanted to see and things that we may not have realized or known that is coming up for us to acknowledge. We have Saturn that has gone direct on November the 4th. So you may be feeling over the coming weeks as Saturn is a very slow moving planet. In the traditional Chaldean order, it is the most outer planet. So that doesn't include Pluto or Uranus as they were discovered later. It moves incredibly slow. So you will not feel this effect immediately. But you will start to sense, like, you know what, especially where Saturn governs your chart. Wherever Saturn is transiting through, wherever you have Saturn, also natally, and if you follow other types of timing techniques, I should say, and also Saturn ruled signs like Aquarius and obviously Capricorn, you will feel this energy. And so you may feel a sense of it's time to start taking action. It's time to get my shit together. It's time to take responsibility. And that's the momentum that's pushing you forward to try to rectify what it is that you were processing during the retrograde. On November 8th, we have Venus moving into its domicile, into its amazing sign of Libra. And you may all of a sudden be feeling collectively, and also too, depending on where it hits in your chart, just more harmony, more beauty. Things may feel easier. There may be an ease and seamless flow about things. You may feel also a magnetic charm. So this is going to be a beautiful time for quote unquote glamour, if you will, for attracting things. On November 10th, we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius. So think about more intellectual conversation, more intellectual stimulation, more zest, more liveliness. You may be feeling an urge to take action on whatever pops up. Maybe you want to learn something new. You just sign up for a course. So there's an energy of, okay, I'm thinking this, I'm going to take action on it and not wait on it. Be careful of any imprudent movements, right? Because sometimes we move so fast that we don't take into account all the steps that are needed. And overall, we are in still the season of Scorpio. So just remember, a lot of things are still being illuminated and unearthed. You may be feeling a need to dive deep and connect deeply with yourself and with others. So a lot of things are coming out. We have a lot of energies, a confluence of energies with water and earth especially. So things are being purged out as they are allowing us to really ascertain what are the pieces that I want to mold and meld into and anchor down in a practical sense. Okay guys, let's get on with the reading for this week. You're going to see what messages are coming through. There's always so much to say about the astrology. And with the weekly forecast, I'm really trying to keep it short, at least right now in this season. But I do know it will evolve as things change. So, okay, what do we need to know? I'm taking 3 cards. I just flipped them. I didn't let them fall. Again, simply to move things. I feel a need to chop, chop, chop kind of energy. We have 6 of Cups, water energy, the Emperor, Aries. So we've got Mars energy coming out, and Ace of Wands. Look at this, more fire. Speaking of, this Ace of Wands, totally representative of Mercury and Sag. Look at this. I feel like this is a week where we're going to see the glimmers of hope, the tides turning. You're going to start seeing the sun. I get 8 of Cups. For any of you that are familiar with tarot, 8 of Cups, where you see the sun, sometimes depending on the deck, obviously. There's hope. You feel it, especially if things have been feeling or turned downwards in any way. You've been feeling a little bit in between, lost, what's next, maybe grieving. A lot of things have been shifting again. Think about it when you move schools, move homes, move jobs. There's a period of leaving behind things, packing up your stuff, arriving, unpacking, and kind of integrating into that new system, into that new environment. So there's a lot of integration, reacclimation happening, and simply catching up to our senses, all senses here on earth and also extrasensory. What's going on? You know, the bugs, when their antennas move and they're kind of tapping into what's happening in their environment, that's what's happening this week. So I feel like you may sense things are settling down. There's balancing out happening, but there's a sort of connection happening too, not just with other people and with yourself, but also with your environment. There's an attunement happening energetic wise. Folks may be starting to feel what's going on around them, paying attention to how things make them feel, right? Collective and also individual energies. And using that as a source of empowerment, as a source of a guiding light, as a source of unveiling information that's needed. Again, I'm sensing some of you, there's still a reaching out into the past effect that I'm going, especially with the 6 of Cups. So I'm getting just a strong emphasis here. The past is amazing for guidance, to remember, also used as a way to prognosticate, to inform the future, right? That comes in the form of forecasting. But with ourselves, it's also used as a way of, wow, I remember some lessons I've learned. I remember some things that have happened to me in the past. Because this time right now is, especially with Scorpio energy, it's a deep reflection. It's about connecting to the past as it is where you currently are and then where you want to go. And so there's a sense of really deeply connecting to how all of these experiences have made us feel, but also where we want to take them. So be careful of entrenching yourself and allowing yourself to get anchored into the past solely for a loophole, almost as if a CD player got stuck and is replaying the same song over and over. Be careful of allowing yourself to get stuck in a certain loophole, story, or memory that doesn't particularly help you move forward. And again, anyone coming in, and if you're new here, I've got 2 wiener dogs, Rusty and Gia. They always love to start eating, making food, barking, or playing right when I start filming. So you hear one of them drinking. So for me, I'm just getting, be careful of that energy of anyone or yourself trying to anchor yourself into the past. There's a nostalgic energy with the 6 of Cups. With the Aries energy, again, these 2 cards indicate a lot of fire. This is about taking charge. So some of you, this is going to be a week, again, you're going to see glimmers and feel glimmers of hope, of newness, of information that you want that's allowing you to, almost as if the fog is fading and you're seeing land, especially if you're traveling by boat. You're seeing things materialize that are giving you some type of grounding force, where you may sense, you know what? I'm actually sensing what it is I'm wanting to do. I'm seeing small or short, I'm getting short nuggets. So snippets that are coming through. This is an opportunity with the Emperor. You're going to accumulate and start realizing all the tools that you need are within you. But on the practical sense, this is going to be a week where some of you are going to start coming into those tangible resources, people that can help you. Perhaps there's going to be, I'm getting higher ups. When I mean that, the way I define that, people that are going to be guiding you. So this week you may come across folks that act as mentors, teachers, guides, people that help you in any way, whatever it is that you're seeking help on. So stay on the lookout. for potential resources. It also doesn't have to come in human form. It could be in books. It could be in a course, in something that helps you find out what it is that you want to find out. So in other words, answers. It could be the internet, an article, for example. But again, this week, I feel like you're going to just get that revival spark. Because the wands here, the Ace of Wands signifies something big. It's like, it's not like a page energy where it's like, okay, I'm feeling it a little bit. This is huge. This is big. And for many, if you're tapped into the lunar cycles, you're feeling it, because to me, this is a precursor for the new moon in Scorpio that's happening October 13th, which is not this Monday, but the next Monday, so a week from now. So I feel like this week is building that momentum. Many of you are clearing out. There's been a constant theme in all readings I've done, at least, and messages that I've been channeling. Cleaning out, purging. Some of you are still anchored to the past, so that's something that you may have to contend with, and something that you may have to ask yourself, the next step, wherever I'm going or where I want to go towards, is the past going to help me in any way? Because if it's not, you're being guided to move forward. This energy is brand new. It's moving forward. Many people are getting this week really new ways of looking at things, new ways of doing things that you've done. So you're going to produce different results. And some of you, again, there's a lot of new things happening here, new changes. Some of you are starting new partnerships. I'm going to leave that generally because I don't want to go into it in this reading, but it could be new jobs, new collaborations, and new partnerships, like friendships and romantic partnerships. There's a sense of starting, or the precipice of starting something new. And this is the week to start getting prepared and seeing things unfold, because with the lunation next week, I feel even now many of you are getting messages about this. So much energy of moving forward. There's a lot of bird energy here too. You see blackbirds, crows, ravens, any other birds that you identify with. Those are harbingers and odes of communication, of messages, both spiritually and also earthly, practical. So pay attention to what you're receiving, also to what you're gleaning. When you think communication, what comes to mind? Some people think music, movies, songs, quotes, books, literary resources, workshops, podcasts, blogs, YouTube. Not just spiritual messages from the divine, which again presents a whole host of different channels. Some of you are getting messages, again, something that's been coming up repeatedly is clairsentience and claircognizance. Many of you have opened up and deeply attuned to the next level. The same thing with other psychic channels. So everyone receives information very differently, both on earth and in a spiritual way. So you're reminded this week, things are going to be coming to you. Be very open on where this information comes, because this is allowing you to gain insight on this next step that you're about to take. There's a big creative energy being pushed in, pushed forward. I get a dryer effect when lint builds up in a dryer. Okay, we're going to get Sacred Traveler Oracle. What other messages? Thank you. I have 3 more Oracle decks, so I'm trying to keep this message tight. Look at this. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. This makes me think of Archangel Michael, but I feel like intuitively, whichever angel, archangel, or protector, guide comes in through to you, you're meant to connect to that. Do you see I was going to say knives, but these are swords. Truth is being revealed big time. There's a sensitivity right now, and out of respect, I was going to say truth bomb, but that's very delicate considering what's going on in so many parts of the world. So I really want to be mindful about my verbiage. There's a lot of strong ass epiphanies coming, knowings. This has been a resonant theme. You're going to find out information that may completely change the course of what it is you want to do and how you think about certain people in your life. So pay attention to that. This is about coming into alignment with your own truth as well. I keep getting, what's that? There's a Disney movie, Lion in the Stone, Sword in the Stone. I forgot. I never even saw that movie. I only saw maybe a partial. I don't remember the title. Something about that. There's an empowerment, energetic glow up, more than physical. We'll look at Archangel Michael, Sword of the Light. I almost said something about a mushroom. I got mushrooms in my head. So what other messages, please? What does Archangel Michael want to divulge this week, please? Thank you. We got three cards. Okay, we got 32, which reduces to a 5. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Look at this. A lot of revving up energy. You may feel things internally revving up, like your fire is burning. You're putting fuel into a fireplace or gas into a vehicle, and you feel ready. But again, there's some cleaning up and some letting go to bring in some balance this week. I also feel like this is bringing in connections because, again, this is a collective reading. So this speaks to also solidifying and consolidating connections, especially with folks that may help you, but also with yourself. There's an empowerment going on, like I mentioned. So your own personal roadmap. Think of this as your goal, maybe 12-week goal, right? So many folks kind of, what is it? There's different ways to plan your goals. People do it by semesters, some people do it annually, some people do it by quarters. Think of this as your next roadmap, your soul map, if you will. You're going to get nuggets this week. Things are coming for you where you are going to feel an expansive energy. And we have joy here. I feel like a lot of the Mercury and Sagittarius energy is coming forth here. Because it says here, I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom, which to me is epitomized by the lordship of Sagittarius, which is Jupiter, right? Jupiter rules over spirituality, beliefs, higher knowledge. We also have 33. This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. So 33 is another number. There's, again, an energy of things are looking up, things are looking better. This week you may be feeling more optimistic. You may be feeling glimmers of hope. Maybe that's what I'll title this. There's just glimmers of hope. You know how they denote some negative behaviors or signs as red flags? The opposite or the contrary is they call them green flags now. So you may be receiving green flags. And there's an overall energy here with angelic support. So some of you have been calling in or will feel called to connect to your angels. Finally, we have 4. Be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. I just did a starseed message. I felt so called. I usually don't do starseed specific messages. And I recorded one. It's almost an hour, and it was precisely about this. I'll show you this card so you can read it. You guys, you're being called to shine your light. If you're watching this, if you're connecting to this, I won't belabor it. I suggest watching it. This is a time where you may be feeling called to put yourself out there in a very new way, to do something very different. Some of you, again, your map is blank, but you know the next step, or you're feeling it. Okay, we're going to look at the karma cards and see what other messages you need to know. Thank you. We got 1. We got Sagittarius. Your highest ideals, the rules of get it out to the world, and insights to understand the wisdom of resulting from an understanding of Sagittarius. Look at this Sag energy. So again, if you have strong placements, maybe Sagittarius, maybe Mercury and Sagittarius. Sagittarius' season is coming up in a few weeks. And so Sagittarius right now, especially a Sag rising, you are in your 12th house transit right now, experiencing, wrapping things up before your solar return. But collectively, Sag energy is expansive. I think of expansion, a curiosity, wanting to learn new things. You're ready to take on a whole new level of study. I'm not talking about going back to school, though some of you, one of the tasks may involve actually going back to school. But for many of you, this is expanding your own spiritual, earthly knowledge. You're doing things a new way. You're learning. Amplification. This is the Ace of Wands energy. Completely Sag energy. For some of you, this is going to be starting something new this week, or you're tinkering and planning the process, and maybe it'll enact out in Sag season. You're going to put yourself out there in some way. Volunteering, finally pressing the send button, putting yourself out for a job where maybe before you wouldn't have. Maybe you are dating in a new way. Maybe you're friending in a new way, elevating your friend consciousness, right? At whatever area of life that you feel focused on. I feel like there's a completely fresh new way of doing this. This is the new Moonology deck. It's Moonology messages. We'll see what other messages, and then we'll close out with final advice. No. Sorry guys, half the deck came. I'm gonna shuffle this again. We're not taking half the deck here. Just get a few messages. I feel some lightness. Thank you. Okay, we got 3. You guys, we got 3 of these Archangel Michael oracles, and you got 33. So some of you are seeing 3s in variations. 3, 33, 333. We got 3 cards as well. First one, the Moon's reflection, accept responsibility. Saturn speaking as it makes itself a direct, as it stations direct, I should say, and the influence, the energy is going to amplify as we continue, as Saturn continues on its cycle. So again, I feel like right now, balancing out happening. Perhaps you're accepting where you are this week. Again, there's nothing to do when we realize something or accept something or acknowledge. We can't change anything in the past. Strong influence here with the past. Getting Cancerian energy in particular. But there's only learning we can do. What can we take? What do we learn? Because it's never wasted. There's always something we can get out of it. But I also feel too many of you are amping up. Again, like I mentioned, there's an energetic glow up happening this week. You may just feel ready. Maybe you're finally ready to tackle your closet or to declutter something or clean your car. And I'm using very simple examples here, but it could be anything. Maybe you're ready to leave that job that you've been in for years, or you're starting to do something. Again, there's an energy here of doing something that you feel is aligned to you. It's no more doing things for others. This is for you. Many of you are going to be doing things completely different, like a strong pivoting energy here. We have Moon called meant to be. See a lot of people energies here. So again, I feel like this week you may get the first inkling of a soul member in this new fresh cycle. So you may start connecting to people that serve and act as guides for you, supporters, helpers that are helping you ignite this energy. Many of you are here to guide others too in so many ways. Finally, we have Moon rising, truth. This feels so synchronistic, some of these messages. And when I was meditating for the new moon in Scorpio video, that's separate, it's all about knowing the truth. So this week you're coming into a shitload of truth within yourself about so many things. I feel like that's going to allow many folks to put an end, put a rest to the past. Whether it's something you consciously kept cycling in your mind, or something physical where you're having trouble letting go, or someone is having trouble letting go of you. That could be an environment or a relationship. Because this is a very empowered energy. Aries, too, with that energy is momentum forward. It's starting new. It's initiating, right? Aries initiates the astrological year. It's a cardinal sign, so it initiates the season of spring as well. And that's where you see a lot of luminosity. Aries initiates spring, and it's the most light of the light year. That's where we see the most expansive light. It gets bright. It's like turning on a light bulb when it's brand new. It's at maximum powers. The lumens are all there. Maybe we could think of it as a dimmer, because sometimes it's hard to differentiate and we don't always notice. So a lot of illumination is coming, again, spiritually and practically through messages. You're going to be weaving this next cycle. Let's get final advice, please, for the week. Thank you. We have two. We have Chariot, Cancer energy again. Prominent Cancer, Sagittarius energy this week collectively. Hermit, Virgo. Look at this. Two major arcana cards. Both to me speaks of changes, new directions. This is a fresh energy, but this is also an emotional cleansing. Some of you are going to be, again, littered throughout this reading is a change in a direction towards those glimmers that you're seeing. Protect your energy. Some of you may need to really be mindful of who you communicate, who you share your energy with, and also some of you may want to retreat into solitude, also into different forms of mindful practices, meditation, spending time in nature. Because this is connecting with yourself as well. Angelic connection too. But whenever, to me, the cloak too signifies protecting your energy at this time. Because when you have this glow about you, it attracts people, but it's like an alert for people that want to hang on to you. Because I'm getting this energy too. There's some people that may not want you to leave their journey because they're not ready. I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Let me know what's going on. I'd love to hear if this resonates. If you made it to the end of this video, I am doing something fun. I'm offering a free 60-minute, I should say complimentary, personal reading for anyone. Think of it like a drawing. I'll draw names at the end of November. If you're interested and if you got to this, comment down below and put a sign of a Scorpion, I should say, or Scorpio, to let me know, to signify you got it. And I will enter you in the drawing, and I will post and announce the winner in one of the upcoming weekly energy readings at the end of November, and also do a community post. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Again, I truly appreciate you. The best way to help support my channel and to support me is to hit the thumbs up button, hit the little, bell or dingy if you'd like to be notified when videos come out. I also do live streams and many other topics. Thank you. Take care. Have a beautiful week ahead.